If you only knew the power of the dark side.
2, 1, 0.
I'm Mrs Biffo and I'm introducing...
I'm Mr Biffo and you're watching Vectrex, and this is Digitiser.
Hello. Hello Play Expo. So we're going to be doing the Digitiser show now, and if you've got any little ones in the audience, it may be a little bit rude, so this is just a warning from us. Cheers, thank you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Shall I go off stage and do a big intro like live?
if you want to.
Yeah, watch.
Look, he's already showing off. Oh, he's making it all about him.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Digitiser the Show, hosted by Mr Biffo.
So, Richard Dick. Wow, you belong on this panel. So this originally was going to be held in the evening, or at least we discussed that, so we were banking on a lot of you being drunk. And I'm estimating, okay, at least 3 people are semi-drunk. Slope's on his way. Anyway, so I'm going to try something. I think at least 5 of you will respond to this. Hang on, for Christ's sake!
Some people just like get removed.
Yeah, I know what you've got in that bag.
Who said that?
Out.
Who said it? Out. Was it you?
Of course it was. Who did you think it was? Of course it's him.
I think it's just that there. You've got to go just the other side of the doors.
Here we go. Mark? Mark! Thank you. So, how this is going to work? Well, we're kind of trying to show you a taste of Digitiser the show, which is coming out on YouTube probably November the 11th. So, and we're trying to do it without 2 of our usual hosts, so instead we've got stand-ins, who I should introduce shortly. We've got the subs bench.
So everyone thinks I'm Larry Bundy anyway.
Well, yeah. Same. There we go. We haven't got Larry, so we've replaced him with 2. Yeah.
Can you say hello, you?
I'll try.
Well,
hello, you.
Hello, you.
what? Hello, you. Oh my. To bloody off.
Larry in stereo.
This is the whole panel now. We're just hello, you on.
Yes, for an hour.
And a half.
We've locked the doors.
Anyway, did you know what? When we do it, when we did the Digitiser the show, the first day that we were shooting was chaotic and awful. And I'm now realising that you 2 weren't there for that experience, having to learn how to behave on this panel.
I wasn't there for the second day either. I was like, serious.
You were there on the last day.
Yeah, I was on the last day. I was like, come on guys, let's go do something. No.
Right, so the plan is to show you a bit of a taste of it. A lot of people have come up to me or spoken to Dan and other people about what is Digitiser, because we've shown some teasers and they've all been a bit sort of wacky and out there. I can assure you that there is games content in the show. It's a proper show about video games. It's not all kind of people sniffing Sonic Dreams and Red. For those of you who've seen that, we actually do talk about video games, and we talk about them properly. But at the end we're going to show you a bit, and because I had some people come up to me as I was waiting outside, saying, is there any games in there? I've actually edited a bit of something into it, which shows you that, there is some game stuff.
I've finally seen the first episode, and it's practically all games related content. And I was one of the sceptical people, if I'm going to be honest. I was only on the last day.
But this is the trouble. You can't. As a teaser, put out some people talking about the Vectrex. But that's exactly what I've done.
You have to go for the heavyweight stuff first, to get people in, and then get the game's knowledge in.
Anyway, shall we begin? That was just preamble. We're probably almost over our limit already for that, aren't we? It's going well. Yeah, all right. We have on my right here Octav1us Kitten. near the right, we have Larry standing number 1. It's Kim Justice. Larry 2.0, DJ Slope. I think that's everyone on the panel.
Yeah, that joke is never getting old, is it? Yeah, well, it's only my heart you break.
So, this is sort of how we start the episode. This is not how the episode's actually working out. They kind of announce everything, sort of saying, so this is what we're going to do next. Octav1us, I'm going to ask you a question, and that question is, have you ever injured yourself while playing a video game?
Have I ever injured? Yes, I have actually, playing the Wii, as most people have, I expect. Yeah, I did the simple, normal thing that everybody does playing the bowling game with the wrist strap on and the remote flung and hit me in the face.
There we go.
Yeah, so there we go, that was a great anecdote, wasn't it?
As I think we do on most episodes, this bit is just filler.
Did you read the warning signs when you put the Wii U in, or read the manual?
Wrist strap. But did the wrist strap flick up like that? Did it?
It was full on though, it was like serious.
Did you not have the Wii condom? You know that condom that they used to put over the Wii?
Is that for when incontinent people have sex? The Wii condom.
Ripped for your pleasure.
Okay, we'll start. Remember that warning at the beginning, everyone? I was expecting,
I didn't know
at least an hour before that began.
Oh, condom's fine. You can say condom.
Johnny.
Anyway, Kim, any gaming injuries?
Well, so this was like back in the good old PlayStation era. Me and a friend used to play a lot of international track and field. You know, Konami, it's like the 3D version of the classic Daley Thompson's Decathlon. And, you know, one day we were playing and we thought, you know, why don't we do this in real life? So we were just going around, running in the garden, doing long jumps, try to get a bamboo stick, use it as a javelin. And one time my friend threw a javelin at me, hit me, and so I ran after him, and he closed a glass door on me. And that's how I got this lovely scars on my arms, because I put my arms up and, yeah.
So it's kind of tangentially a sort of gaming injury.
Yes, well it's sort of related.
Gaming inspired.
Gaming inspired.
Very good.
That definitely happened.
Okay. Definitely happened. That's what you'll all be saying tonight when you're laying in your beds. That definitely happened. Trembling.
I'm struggling a bit.
I asked you the question. That's very rude and presumptuous.
We didn't know what it was going to be. So,
can I just say I don't like him?
Don't like him?
I don't like him.
No.
Well, no one.
Instant villainy.
Is he singing your
I was going to be the only one here sticking up for you, Paul.
I know, I've ruined that now.
I mean, if there's anyone who knows about not being liked.
It's me!
I like it, Paul.
Oh.
You said that.
Oh.
Get out.
So, would you like a Satsuma? Actually, I don't know if there is a Satsuma. It might be a Ken.
You've got to wait till I eat it now.
Yeah, go on, off you go.
That wasn't from the restaurant, was it? I wouldn't eat it.
I found it at the car park.
Knowing him, it will have a dead wasp in the middle of it or something.
Like I say, lots of gaming content on Digitiser the show.
No, I'm surprised.
No, that's fun.
DJ Slope, have you ever injured yourself while playing a video game?
The only sort of thing that I can relate to that was during a rage quit. During the PlayStation 1 days, I put that sheet on Tony Hawk's 1 where you get the infinite grind. And I've done one of the best combos ever and ended it on a grind and just left it there, turned off the telly, went to bed, woke up, and it was going crazy with the biggest multiplier ever, and all I had to do was land this for the ultimate score. And I went, well, I did that way, and I just went ape shit. Punched my hand, and yeah, that's the only real thing I can think of. But ouch.
That'll do.
Yeah, what a waste.
As I say, filler. Paul Poindexter Gannon.
Yes.
OBE, Order of British Eunuchs.
What? What did you say? Order of the Eunuchs?
Order of OBE, Paul Poindexter Gannon.
Yeah.
OBE.
Yeah.
The Order of the British Eunuchs.
Right, fine, I'll take that. What?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Colonel.
Colonel who?
Colonel Sausage.
If you want to see more of this delicious banter,
That's a great answer.
go on. No, you can't hit it with a sausage, that's not fair.
Hit it with what I like.
I don't want you hitting my bell with your sausage. What? Can I touch it?
Yes. No, you won't ever stop touching it. This has not left my person now for about 2 weeks. And that's true, isn't it? My wife is in the front row. It's very addictive.
If you do need counselling, I can't step in.
There you go.
What does it smell of? Oh.
Mostly my hand.
I bet it's mostly
Mostly
pickled.
my hand.
No.
Just putting that there.
Right, good. So, do you want to know an injury, I guess?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, okay. So, I like playing with my 3DS in bed, I like playing my video games, but I have a habit of nodding off. And then one day I was playing it and lying on my back, and then I zoned out, and as I dropped off to sleep, I just dropped the whole 3DS on my face. Ow, went to bed, woke up the next morning, apparently it gave me a massive black eye.
No.
That's it. That's my story.
That's the story. That's the end of that. We'll move on. Now, normally at Digitiser the show, I'll explain what was coming next, clearly. We would have a cut here and cut to something else, which in this instance is a segment that we call on the show Head to Head, where, and this is where it gets awkward doing it live, is because normally Paul's sitting in the middle for this bit. So, do you want to sit in the middle?
Should we awkwardly move now?
Yeah, let's awkwardly move.
Wanton destruction, everyone.
Can I have one of those segments, please?
No way.
Oh, my sausage, I'm not letting him have it.
Oh, I'm Mr Biffo. Aren't I weird? Aren't I weird?
At least I'm not sad.
I'm Mr Biffo.
You're alright there, Soggy.
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah.
Right, this is the part of the show we call Head to Head, where we split the team into 2 teams and we have them fight a topic out, something reasonably arbitrary, and see who wins based on how I'm feeling. Right now, it's not looking good for Team U already, is it?
What's the topic today, Paul?
The topic today is we're going to pit old Tomb Raider against new Tomb Raider.
Boo to new Tomb Raider. Boo!
And on my right, we have, what team name do you want to call yourselves?
Octav1us Kitten.
Octav1us Kitten.
That's original.
Great team name. You are going to be defending the original OG Tomb Raider, okay?
Yeah.
Right? Whereas...
No, we're not. We can't be.
What?
We're not doing you.
I said old OG.
The new Tomb
I
Raider.
said OG, original.
The new Tomb Raider was written by that woman who hates me.
Yeah, that's why now you have to defend new Tomb Raider.
I'm not doing that. That entire family has it in for me.
The bell is spoken. You are talking about
I'm not
new Tomb. You are, or Mr. Claw goes to Ghoulie Town.
I'm only going to accept this.
Yeah.
Because you're wearing my jacket, and I don't want to get blood on it.
I'm Mr. Biffo. There you go. I like this.
Not happy. I'm not happy. That's my voice.
Yeah, it's your voice.
Calm down. Alright, you happy now?
Yeah, I really am. Right, good. So we're going to start with, what did you call your team?
Toilet Boys.
Toilet Boys, right. Okay, Toilet Boys versus Octav1us Kitten. We're going to start with the OG group. So give me 1 or 2 facts that states why the original Tomb Raider is unsurpassed.
The original Tomb Raider games are unsurpassed because, quite simply, in the new ones, you don't have Lara's home. What's a Tomb Raider game if you can't shove a butler in a fridge?
That is a very good point. Octav1us, you have anything to add? No, is the answer.
They're already struggling.
Right, in that case...
I'm really ashamed to say this, but my only experience of Tomb Raider is playing the house bit, where you're going around and you push the butler in the fridge. And I used to spend hours as a child doing that. I never actually went and did the actual game.
This is why the film was shit. There was no scene where Chris Barry gets pushed into a fridge.
This was the thing that in the PlayStation era, everyone did it.
Yeah.
In Tomb Raider 2, you do the assault course, you get a good time, you shut the butler in the fridge and you go to the top of the stairs and do a swan dive on it and break Lara's neck. It's a game in rites of passage.
That is actually the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
That and drowning her.
The rest of it's shit.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, hang on a minute.
Just let them keep talking, it's fine, I think we'll win this.
Counterpoint. Toilet Boys. Give me 1 or 2 facts about why the new Tomb Raider is the best thing since Monkey Claw.
There's no tank controls in the new one. They're a lot better. You haven't got to learn how to jump forward. Take 1 step forward. And the assault course is the most basic thing that like you could do when you was at school. Not Lara Croft. The new Lara Croft's climbing up proper mountains and everything. In the new one, she's rubbish.
Oh,
point to Lara.
Paul, I'd be interested to see what you think of the new Tomb Raider games. I believe you like the plot. And gender representation you're big on. Yeah, go on. Right. He's only frightened in case this goes online. And then they'll remake the new Tomb Raider film.
You already, you know, I don't know who knows about this.
What?
Well, do I tell it? Why?
Yes. Because you filled it out now. You got me.
Okay, right, for a living, I don't do this for a living, Christ. For a living, I like kids' TV shows and things. So I kind of have a certain interest in scripts. And of course, the new Tomb Raider games, they made a big deal about the scripts. No, hang on, no, I'm on the wrong side. I feel really odd and conflicted. Anyway.
I've broken Biffo, this is great.
No, I can't tell this story publicly.
Yes, you
But you did on your website.
I slagged off Tomb Raider and Georgia Britt Pratchett, who wrote the first 2.
Who's my best mate.
Yeah, well, I've met her, she's perfectly nice. Her dad was horrible to me once, but that's by the by. I slagged it off and she had a garden.
Right, okay, well good. So, we'll move back to Octavius.
There's loads of other people who work on it as well, it's not just the writers.
So, okay, gameplay then with Tomb Raider. It was a little bit rusty, but it was a whole part of a new generation of gaming. Tomb Raider's important for that reason, surely.
Well, yes, absolutely. I mean, it's like, it's like the old, Prince of Persia, Flashback, all that stuff, only in 3D. It was like a whole new sort of thing. So, I mean, the tank controls were part of its charm. You had to...
Part of its charm.
You had to take your time.
You can't enjoy it just because it's retro.
Well,
just because it's retro. The new games are obviously better.
Says the abstract CPC.
Oh. Burn.
No.
Octavius. I mean, she's iconic, the original Tomb Raider, with the costume and the face.
Yeah,
so... that's important, isn't it?
So I think I was about 8 or 9 when I was playing it. And like I said, just the first bit. But it did really mean a lot to me that there was a female game character that was such a badass. But also, because of the graphics, her breasts looked like they could cut glass. And I just really liked that. It was really funny. And as well, I remember reading the PlayStation magazines at the time, and you've got this woman who, she's made of triangles, but people were still getting very excited about her. And I just think that's hilarious.
Excited about triangles?
The nude sheet from the original Tomb Raider. I remember that. You had to.
Of course you do.
Well, I tried to put it on. I was about 11 or so. So I was definitely trying to put it on. But you had to to the beat of Spice Girls Wannabe, you hit the back buttons. My magazine said, and I was generally there. I remember we were like, "If you wanna be my lover," desperately trying to see Lara Croft naked. It didn't work.
So, Mr. Biffo.
Rubbish.
Right, so let's put aside all the issues you have with the.
But the thing is,
no,
right,
let's put aside
on the game.
And Bell.
You can't, and then someone names you in an article online, right, saying that you didn't like that. You can't really complain and then pass the buck and blame everyone else involved.
Blah, blah.
I'm just saying, I think.
What I'm going to ask you this is, right, so, iconic original Tomb Raider, the games are better now, but are they as iconic? Is it just lost within a wash of other similar games now? Can Tomb Raider stand out? I'm asking him.
What I think,
Yeah.
what I think is you've got to take responsibility for the script that you've written. If they are doing the marketing, saying that this is like, it's like the most mature and sophisticated game kind of ever written,
Yeah.
then, kind of go, well, okay, I'll accept that I played a part in that. You were happy to take all the kind of the plaudits when they came. Oh, but when Mr Biffo writes an article about you on his website, no, then you kind of throw your toys out the pram.
I think we're going to lose this one.
It's such a hard choice between not enough information and way too much. So, okay, we're going to do the last little bit then. I want you to appeal to my emotions. Why? Appeal to my heart. Why should old Tomb Raider win out?
Why should old Tomb Raider win?
Just so you know, this is an open goal right now. This is an easy kick in through the gate because these guys have not got a chance. So,
Old Tomb Raider back in the 90s was cool.
Yeah.
New Tomb Raider is just another game.
Ooh, yes, I like that.
Female Uncharted.
Oh. Although I think that is my dating profile as well, that phrase. Anyway. Octav1us, appeal to my heartstrings.
Paul Gannon,
Yeah.
you are incredibly talented.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, because that now sounds like pity. That's pity.
You look brilliant in that jacket.
No, I'm Mr. Biffo.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you may have kicked it away from the open goal there a little bit, but Slopes, Biffo, appeal to my heartstrings. Why should you Tomb Raider win? Even though
it's a better game. It's a better game. It controls better. It's got better music. Maybe got better music actually. I might give you that one. But no, it's a better game all round. And you the storyline is great. It's so
So, you want to appeal to my
asking?
What?
Whose idea was it to ask him?
Me. I'm talking to you now.
planned this so much that we'd be on the right team, and you fucked it up at the end, and you got us out on the wrong team.
I fucked it up. I'll tell you who did fuck it up, Georgia Pratchett. Bloody half-past attempts at writing.
Right, I'm bringing order to this because the winner of head-to-head this episode is me. I got your sausage.
Put that back. I haven't got.
I'm Mr Biffo and I have a sausage. No. You've got my sausage. The winner is Octav1us Kitten and Kim. The brain got blank. Shut up.
What was that?
You won. Octav1us Kimmy won. The team Octav1us Kimmy.
Hey!
Octav1us Kitten.
Yeah, good name. I forgot the name of the teammate.
So,
you sweat a lot in this.
What, just me?
Just you.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't run
You're
around
all
with
witnesses
big
to this.
asthmatic. Why do you think I'm not wearing it? There's so much heat being pumped out. I know. That little projector.
They love each other, really.
It's all flirting.
Right.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I should have done that. So,
Too middle-aged man.
Before someone dies, that's...
yeah, so Larry Bunny Jr., who isn't here today, in case you haven't noticed, he had this brilliant idea for a segment. Oh, he's gone off to die. Gone off to the Gannon's graveyard. So yeah, Larry Bunny Jr. had this brilliant idea, which he's spinning
Not
out.
turning up.
What are you interrupting me for? Do you know, if I had to edit this, that would be a nightmare on the edit. Which was,
I know.
particularly with him and Larry on there. You were quite well behaved generally. But Larry and Paul talking over you.
Because she's a suck up. She's like, no, hello.
Is it? Hello.
Hello, yeah. Yes. Oh, you good, you, etc.
Got the claw now.
Yeah.
So Larry had this idea, extrapolating on a segment that we have on the show called Show and Tell, where we look at old games stuff. But we thought we'd ask you lot, which I think some of you are aware of this, of bringing up any purchases that we have, which we'll have a look at and talk about a bit. So, Paul, you've got a radio mic, we're going to go and find something. So if you've got something you want us to look at, and we'll try not to break it,
we can't
put your hand up. Well, hang on, they had.
Oh, we've got one gentleman. Right, here we go.
Oh, is that what I think it is?
Oh, what's your name and where'd you come from, love?
It's even funnier because you do it with Scouse accent and everything.
I did it.
Yeah, it's I'm James, otherwise known as the gaming user. And I'm originally from St Helens, so not too far from you.
I mean, right now you're inches away, so yeah, you're right.
That's exactly right.
I like your ladies and gentlemen.
All I can say is you probably should have put on some more deodorant before you went running around the thing as well. It's kind of...
We've got sweat patches.
You can sod off.
Sorry, Paul.
I'm going to be dead waiting. I'm from St Helens and all that stuff. You're about as scouser as much as I am, mate, so whatever, get over yourself.
What is that?
Right. What have you got?
I love you really, honestly. I do. I have brought...
The sweatier the better.
I brought Scrabble Scramble.
Well, that's not gaming, video game thing. I'm trying to prove to people that this show is all about video games, and that is a board game. That's brilliant.
You look at it when you play it. It's like video cameras, therefore it's like a video game.
Fine, we'll look at it.
I'm really sorry I picked it.
Yeah, me too.
It was a bit of a mistake.
Let's have a look at his box.
Do you want to say something about his big box?
Anyone want to say anything about Scribble Scramble?
I'll have a go on it.
Scribble license already.
I mean, was it Tony who did a lot of Sega games like this? Like, didn't they bring out a Sonic thing, like, or the Kong Man?
There was a Donkey Kong one, yeah. And there was a Sonic one as well.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about this, Slope?
There's your ball.
You've been talking, I'm going to play it.
Well, that's not how it works on the show. On the show, I feign ignorance as if I don't know what the thing is that I'm being shown. And then the other person talks about it.
We did this on Bolshans, and Barry Lewis took 18 hours to play it.
My mate John used to have one. That's my anecdote.
No, your error is your
My mate John had this stuff.
No, it's the
He had the Bionic Man Medical Centre. He had issue 2 of 2000 AD, which came with the stickers. And I had a green one, and I remember it as an actual memory, that he had in his shed a chest which was full of little blue salt bags, like literally full to the top. And I said this 2 years later because I still know him. And he swears that wasn't true.
How sad.
Sad story.
I once had a heart.
Well, what am I doing here?
How are you getting on there, Dan?
This is exciting, isn't it? Everyone on the back's loving this.
Let's like Digitiser more like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Oh my
Nest.
God, okay, well, I think we've seen it now. There's loads of people in the back saying,
this guy's got something.
Mr Biffo's had a breakdown, nothing's happening on stage.
Oh, well.
I should have, you want me to do a commentary? I could have done that. But,
You could have done. Leave that there, I'll give it back at the end. Who else is something? That you did, yeah, so I'm going to see you. It's like,
Scribble Scramble.
Right, what's your name, love, and where'd you come from?
I'm Sam from Nottingham.
Sam from Nottingham! What have you got for us?
I've got Rayman Raving Rabbits.
Oh,
Hey.
Right, I'll bring that to the front and we'll give it our expertise evaluation and review.
the shit.
Oh, you got the PlayStation 2 version, the crap one.
It's great, this.
It's all about motion controls, isn't it, this game? And he's got the PlayStation 2 version. Oh, you're going to have a good time with that.
Rayman versus Bunny's Gone Bad.
I believe this is the first time that the bunnies got brought into the world of Rayman, and then because essentially all they are just more annoying minions, aren't they? They just started showing up everywhere before they even started invading Nintendo games.
Yeah, they really ruined the series.
But they're quite as a one-off, it was alright. It was a one-off game, it was okay, but then they put them in everything, and they stopped making good Rayman games up
And
until
they look so
very
stupid
recently.
as well.
Well, yeah, they're minions, aren't they, essentially?
Yes.
So would anyone like to swap this for...
Well,
that's not what we're doing, is it?
No. How much would that fetch on the market?
We're doing that, we are doing
Yeah, we are doing antiques.
Oh, it's less than £1, isn't it? It's like £50. I wasn't know how this plays. It's actually supposed to be
How much
motion
did you
control.
pay, love?
I
I scratched off the label, it was £2.
£2.
Did you do that on purpose so we had to guess?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a better grasp of this format than we have.
It's got those annoying controls where it says this start button is the start button, this square button is the square button. This is the left button.
They really didn't think much of their
That
audience.
laser eye surgery.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you shoot
Let's-
these
let's-
your eyes now.
Right, great, next one. He's a danger.
I'm gonna go there last. I'm gonna show-
Yes, sir, what have you got? What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Hello, Gary from Camberley.
Gary!
Go. Anyone here?
I've got ant heads.
You've got what, sorry?
Ant heads.
Ant heads.
I'm sorry to hear
It's
that.
in the car, but I do generally.
If it's in the car, it's not here!
No, this is not flogging!
What's going on?
It's in the car! It's what
He's got something to show us, please, in the car.
Okay, everyone outside, form an orderly line. Put out to Gary's car, see his handheads.
Right, next.
What is wrong with you?
Next, give me a bit of walking distance. You. There we go. Me love, me little man. Hello, sir. What's your name and where'd you come from?
Simon from Cambridge.
Simon, have you ever seen, well, he's not around anymore, but Stephen Hawking in the shops? No, not you don't, he's dead.
I used to work at a hospital he went to.
Did you used to see him?
Yeah.
My friend once saw him and his nurse buying Weak Fit in John Lewis.
Another story I learned about Stephen Hawking is that when he first got electric chair in the UK, he was showing it off because no one else had one of those motorised wheelchairs. So he was in a hospital, and at night he would tie his wheelchair to a hospital bed with someone in, and then drag it round the hospital and leave him somewhere else, and then drive off.
Is that a true story?
That's a true story. Right, anyway, what have we got?
A bit of an answer.
Sim City.
Sim City, and you paid £8 for that. It's the PlayStation. You can have a little. Now it's sealed, so it's mint in box, so you have to be very careful with it. Here we go.
£8.
Oh, SimCity.
£8?
£8.
Did you pay £8 for this?
Did you?
Apparently, I've got it right.
Well, no, because it's on the front. This is not guess the price. This is how. What do you think of it?
What do you reckon the first RTS on a console was that was actually any good? Because I don't think it was this.
That's not an RTS.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got the same sort of mechanics as like a Command and Conquer, isn't it? You know, the top down.
Isn't I SimCity 2000, Paul? Sarah, you got anything to say about that?
It's better on PC. You should have got that one.
I used to play SimCity 2000 on the SNES, like a lot.
Yeah, I did. It was one of the first SNES games I ever bought.
Yeah, that's because you could only afford one game back then and you had to play it.
Yes.
Had good music though, didn't it? SNES. SimCity, pretty good.
The only game like this I ever used to play when I was little was Railroad Tycoon on Dreamcast. But I mean, I never really properly played it. All I did was go on the American map and destroy everything.
Yeah.
You know theme hospital, theme park, any of those?
Oh, theme park. Oh, is it Roller Coaster Tycoon where you can actually you can jettison people off the...
Yeah, that was Roller Coaster Tycoon.
So
The track stops and just smashes through people.
Yeah.
Furious.
If you do it so that your roller coaster just jettisons people off and over the fence, then you don't get a bad rating on your park. So it was just like this killing field of dead people, and nobody gets upset about it. It's brilliant.
Just like Alton Towers.
That's
Right, good. So you paid £8. What should it be worth?
About £5.
I'd say it's fair price.
£5.76.
There you go. Saw you coming. Should we do one more? One more.
How many are there? How long have we got? Oh, we've got 10 minutes left. We've got 10 minutes left this section, Paul. Ask everyone, regardless of whether they put their hands up.
All right. Oh, what's your name, love?
Nick.
Nick.
Hey.
And
What was it?
he's got asteroids
On
his bottom.
Oh, the Atari 2600 version. Lovely. Well, that wasn't very good though, was it?
It's very multicoloured, isn't it?
Yes.
Which, of course, asteroids shouldn't be. It should be monochrome.
No, but it looks...
Well, it's in good mix.
It's
It's got a P on it.
What does that mean?
What's the P mean, anyone?
What does P mean? Power.
Parking.
Flying off things?
does not mean.
He means penis.
That's a reference you won't get until you see the show. It is about video games.
This is back when games actually had strategy guides built in. When you have cleared the screen of asteroids, avoid placing your ship close to the right or left edge of the screen. The next batch of asteroids will almost always start its attack from the edges.
You've got such a bassy voice. It's lovely.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. They always felt very light, Atari cartridges. Whereas it's got some. What's that there? Oh, you can see the label through. That's a bit of a shame. There's 2 holes there. Look. Plastic doesn't go all the way across. I appreciate that no one knows what I'm talking about.
How much would you value that then on the market today?
I don't know.
10, 15 quid.
Because it was Larry's meant to do this. Larry should be here going, hello, you, £4.
Because that's what he does before he starts any sentences.
Yeah. So, alright, so how much did you pay, Nick?
About 8 quid.
8 quid?
Oh!
8 quid's the going rate for a lot of games today.
It's boxed. It survived that long.
Oh, that's exciting. It's in
Definitely has been sat on.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like one, so yeah,
I'd pay 8 quid for that.
Yeah.
Oh, if I cared.
Yeah. Would you do?
8 quid?
What are you asking me? Limply hanging this cartridge box at me. 8 quid?
8 quid? Here you go. Next, no, this is not a...
I don't want to knock off your show, but there are people now looking at their phone quite a lot.
Yeah, look at it at the time.
Right.
Can someone tell us what
He's like reading it. I don't even know we're talking about it. We've been talking about it for the last 45 minutes.
Right. I've got another one now. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Adam from Chicago.
Oh, Cowboy Town!
Cowboy Town!
The Windy City, the Big Apple.
How many cowboys have you seen?
None, that's the wrong state.
That's the wrong state, Biffo!
You're in the wrong state.
Me or him?
Both of you.
Both of us.
My sausage, did you get them in America? But you don't.
Well, that's Savoy goodness.
Yeah.
You got the Windy City, haven't you?
Well, Chicago is the Windy City.
Yeah. do you like pilgrims? What?
What do they have their pizzas? The Chicago Town pizza that they do in Iceland. Do you remember that?
Do you like
Have you had Giordano's pizza?
Yes.
That is amazing, that stuff. It's like a pie, isn't it? It's amazing.
Yeah, deep dish pizza.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry guys, it's really good.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I'm genuinely interested in what the Americans think of this.
Yeah, what do you think?
Going over to the UK to experience
why are you here?
this.
I'm a guest of the convention.
Oh, why?
Because they asked me to come.
They asked anyone to come to this.
Yeah, most of them are up on this panel. Who,
don't you feel happy to be in such esteemed company?
Right, what have you got?
I've got Myth Maker's Supercart GP.
Oh, that is a good
PS2.
Oh!
Gonna give it
David knows what it is.
Bingo.
We've woken up the kitten.
this is fantastic. This is one of those horrific games by a horrific company called Phoenix Games, who are responsible for some of the worst trash you will ever see in your entire life. It makes me so angry and aroused. So Myth Makers is basically, it's a reskin of one of their other games. They have a couple of kind of Mario Kart rip-offs, and it's one of the worst racing games you will ever see. It's the kind of one that makes you really angry and excited about how bad it is at the same time. It's that really delicate balance of crappy games.
Do you know how much these Phoenix games were when they came out?
They're all,
have a look.
All of Phoenix's Data Interactive games are all kind of budget pocket version. What am I on about? I'm too excited. Pocket money. So I expect there won't be any more than 10 quid. The PlayStation 1
that was 99p when it was bought, and then what was this? I'm not going to take the sticker off.
Something you find in Asda, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly that. But they used to do these fantastic things where they bought a load of really awful cartoons from a company called Dingo Pictures, and they would make games around them where you'd have this shockingly bad cartoon video, and then there'd be some crappy puzzles around it. But
I've seen some of those videos.
Yeah, but they're so bad. So it was a guy and his missus and some other bloke, and they do the voices of all of the characters, but they don't care. Like, they just do not care. So you'll have like a cat, and he's going, "Hello, it is nice to see you here. Oh, what are you doing?" And then the dog will be like, "Yes, it is nice." Like, that is actually the script. That is literally it. So yeah, Phoenix Games, one of the best.
Is the Chicago man at the back there? I've forgotten his name, sorry.
That is his name, I think.
Is he a plot? Is he a pitch to report your game? Nothing, don't sit down, nothing.
Hey, Adam! Hey.
So what was your name again?
Adam.
It's Adam Kornick, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray.
The original man.
I know. I like the manual's amazing. It's really, really over the top. Please note that each Mythmaker's character can only be selected by one player. Once a Mythmaker's character has been chosen, the other players will only be able to choose from those remaining.
Good to know.
That cleared up.
So how much would you pay for it?
99p.
99p. Great. This format is a success. Right. Who do we have? Thank you very much. Cheers.
Oh, it's more.
Shall I go? Shall I wait?
Yeah.
Is it our big finale?
Let's do it.
Paul, we have 3 minutes left. You've got to get round the last 3, a minute each.
All right, let's do a minute each. Who's got one? You, and you. We're going to leave you last. Go. 1 minute. Here we go. What's your name?
John from Oxford.
Hello.
It's John from Oxford.
Look at this.
Oh,
hang on. Hang on. Now we're talking. What have we got here?
Go on, shut
what have we got here? This, I'm sorry, you can. We've dropped
Has it got batteries in it?
Yeah, you see, there's a floor.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Lawnmower Man.
Move over HTC Vive.
Sci-fi.
Oh, balls.
How'd you turn it on?
Say sweet
So
words.
look at this. Shift up, new game.
Do you know how to turn it on? It's on the controller thing.
Oh,
On here somewhere. Oh, it's like a steering wheel.
is that it? Oh.
No, this is exciting.
Do another one while
I'll do another one while Grandad's working. Who was the other chap?
Oh no, it is on.
Oh, good.
Wow, it's really crap. I didn't even know it was on.
Oh, this guy's got something I've been wanting for years. What's your name, sir?
Mark from Manchester.
It's Mark from Manchester. And what have you brought?
I've got the Dark Souls of Tommy games. ARG.
Oh, I've coveted this for years. I am Mark.
It's all
nicking
the
this.
stuff coming at the end. We needed all this earlier.
Yeah,
on.
what's all this?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Yes, I remember that.
it's oh, there it goes.
Oh, it's like Screwball Scramble, but from hell.
I think my mate John had this.
Expert edition.
I love all that stuff. You've got to get all the balls to the top
Yeah, right.
or the bottom.
That's what your answer to everything is.
Yeah, it is.
Next ball.
So look, he's doing that, you're doing that. What have you got?
Because I'm going to get sucked in.
What have you got?
I've got a golden Amiga.
Oh.
Where that's come from? No.
It's not the sound that comes with it.
Does anyone have any kids right here in the audience? Cover their eyes right now.
I've got to do a dance.
Oh my.
Basically, I'm not telling you what the context of that is, but you'll have to watch the YouTube series when it starts. You're a dirty man.
It's all about games, remember?
Yeah. Alright, so...
And I'll raise you this.
Oh.
Put it together.
It's like Star Wars.
Anyone else before we wrap this?
This is great. That's great though.
Anyone else?
We do 200 miles an hour very quickly.
Go?
It's alright.
Do you know, it's actually a better screen than the R zone.
I think that straps us to go behind
Does
you.
look.
No.
No.
Only the left ear works, so you've got to lose a point for that.
What's best, Racer or
Racer, actually, I like it.
Yes.
Look at this.
I like that kind of
I
stuff.
think this is pretty cool, I like this.
How much do you reckon that costs, out of interest?
I don't know.
12 quid?
20 quid?
Yeah.
12 quid?
I reckon about 20 quid.
12. How much did you pay for it?
I
no idea. I've had it since I was 8.
Oh! Shame I'm going to make it.
I'm doing really well, no? Oh, no.
No. How much was the iRacer?
So, yeah, Blue down the pub told me it was a PlayStation VR. You want 150 quid, I got him down to 100.
Probably make you feel less sick than a PlayStation 4.
Yeah, you don't have as much emotion sickness.
Yeah. It's really.
Oh, it's quite cool though. It's quite cool.
I like it. Well, that one wins for me.
Alright, well, what was the best thing we saw the whole thing?
Me, iRacer.
iRacer, what did you like best?
I quite enjoy that, yeah.
Yeah, Kim? Slopes?
iRacer, I reckon.
Oh, so iRacer is the popular winner.
Well done, John.
Round of applause for that. I'll take these back.
You actually made them applaud for a bit of defunct technology. It's not going to appreciate it.
No, that's fine.
It's not sentient. What are you all doing? Insane. Right, so...
He's giving me it.
That's the first time Gannon's been given a
Lovely map from Manchester.
Sorry for looking forward.
Well done, Matt. That's very kind.
I swear it's going to a good home. In my sexy closet.
So, we'll move on. We're going to play a game now. It's not a video game, but it's video game inspired. How about that? I don't really come up with a name for it. I just call it, I wrote sounds like on this bit of card. So, the aim of this game, we might as well keep these teams. You're going to be given a list of sound effects, and the, I left my egg timer in the car.
You got that thing on that?
It don't matter. Get the no, that's going to annoy me.
You know most phones have
like listening to you. Like listening to you while I'm editing Digitiser the show. It's all I hear.
Some of us have more obvious talent than others.
Exactly.
And it's not me.
Don't know how to turn a microphone on though, do you?
I know, right? It wasn't even on. I blame the staff.
So, the
It's going to get turned off now,
aim
isn't
of
it?
this game, I'm trying to tell the rules. You'll be left out. Yeah, do it on your phone, why not?
Yeah, there you go.
But it's just arbitrary. It's fine, I'll just go, I'm bored now, and stop talking. You'll be given a list of sound effects, Paul, they are yours, from video games. Octavius, Dan, and Kim. And it's a bit like that thing from Nevermind the Buzzcocks, where they have to sing the intro to a song, and the other people have to guess. So you'll have a limited amount of time. Yeah, I know you don't know what they are, do you? That's fine. That's what makes it funny.
So just like give us a clue where I've got to get as many as I can that you need to guess so I can get points.
Yeah.
So you all have a chance to guess them.
No.
Apart from you.
No, it's the person on your team.
Okay, so it's just to Slopestone.
Well, I don't know. I've not really thought about it.
No,
really? You don't do like audience participation, like they work it out.
I don't know.
We don't need the timer then, do we?
Alright,
Great, you've lost Biffo.
Yeah, I was drifted off then. Alright, let's start on my left. Let's start with you. Paul, do you want to do the noises? Are you doing them for everyone? Everyone.
Right, everyone.
Right. If you guess, you get a point. Someone in the audience make a note of it's called what? Because I'm not going to.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here's the first one.
Go.
Sonic ending level?
No.
Zelda.
Yeah.
When you get an item.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's open the chest.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're given that? You're not adjudicating this game.
Well, neither are you, apparently.
Is it Zelda opening the chest?
Yeah. Right, next one. Oh, hang on.
Oh, time's running out.
Bully, bully.
Wait, time. It's
Bully, bully, bully. I can't think of it now.
Mr. Blobbins.
Bully, bully, boo. Do you know it? Bully, bully, boo. No, I don't know. That one is going into a pipe in Mario. I couldn't remember it. That's the one. That's the one. It was good, that. Oh, did you do that?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking sweet, Paul.
Oh, there they go. Look, you swore and they've left.
Oh.
Was that the man who said to me at the start, is this a show or are you just doing a talk? We're going to try and entertain you.
Yeah. We
and
failed.
he's, "Oh, I accepted."
Mario getting a power up?
Yeah! Right.
I've got a point.
Next
Remember
one.
that man that used to do bird noises on Blue Peter?
No, I'm the guy from Police Academy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a helicopter.
He's practiced this.
R2D2. Right, next one. Here's the next one. Wacka 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 wacka.
Batman.
Yeah, there we go. Good. Oh.
You're not allowed to do actions. Don't do actions.
Oh, I'm not allowed to.
If you do another action, I'll come over there. I'll punch you in the nose.
Sonic getting away.
Yeah, there we
I've said that 3 times.
Pikachu. Yeah, there you go, Pikachu. Okay, this is a hard one. Boom, blum, 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 boom,
Keep going.
Vangelis album.
What did you say?
I said, is it a Vangelis album?
Yes, it is. It's the soundtrack to Blade Runner. No.
Keep going.
Yeah, go on.
What?
Oh yeah, next time is running out.
No, right, it's Wii Menu. That's the Wii Menu.
I've been to a few restaurants like that.
All right, next one. Oh God, I can't remember it. It's boodly-ding. Boodly-doodly-ding. I don't know. I can't get the name.
The second level in Mario.
No. Biddly-ding. Biddly-ding. No, almost.
You're doing it, but more aggressively each time.
I feel like a scat. It's like Cleo Lane. Puzzle solved for bloody Zelda.
Me?
Oh,
take my eye out.
I did alright though, right? I did alright. I got 7 out of them, 6. Don't clap. How dare you? How dare you?
What?
They clapped. It was a golf clap, the pitiest of claps.
Octav1us, you want to have a crack at this nonsense?
Right,
Time's
okay.
fast now.
Ready? Go, right.
Sonic drowning.
Yay, right. Oh Christ.
Star Wars?
Star Wars in general or what?
Star Wars game?
No.
I'm getting told off.
Come on, guys.
Is it PlayStation starting up?
Yes!
There we go.
Right.
PlayStation starting up.
Right, okay.
Silent Hill.
Yeah! Come on! Did you look at
Not
this?
many famous games have static in, let's be honest. It's Silent Hill, it's a game about static and fog.
Right.
Was that it?
This was on the card.
Is it that Fantasia ROM on the in your main collection?
No.
Is it Zelda swinging a sword?
No! Like, okay.
Oh,
No, that's actions! If you do actions again, I'll go and punch him in the neck.
please don't. Is it Lara Croft?
It's Lara Croft, well done. Well, look, what does that mean?
She just walked, That's Zelda.
That's Zelda, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but specifically
It's
what?
is it the
Song of Time?
No, specifically.
Is it that bird?
No, it's the ocarina.
The tree.
You just put the Ocarina of Time from Zelda. How am I supposed to? I'm just going to go through the entire tune repertoire.
It's a crap game
Let's
anyway.
say.
I was getting desperate, I was running out of them.
Oh God.
Is it Mario getting hit? Like going down? Is it going down? Like Mario losing?
No. Oh, what is it?
Pac-Man dying.
Yeah, it's Pac-Man dying. Yeah. Audience are on it. Okay.
Is it?
Is she special?
Yay!
Boxes it, please, guys. Right. Finally.
Transformer.
No.
Every time you get it wrong, it's like she's telling me off. We're not getting ridiculous sounds.
Yes, do. Yay.
Wow,
Right.
that's it, is
I think
it?
you'll find that icon. cost that. Yes, that's all.
Wow, they got your own. Good. Now, DJ Slade, who doesn't know any of the ones on his card.
No, I know some. I've just not played one of these series, which is going to...
Oh, good. Be man, I'll put that on there for you.
So I assume it's this one.
You're alright.
Is it the sitcom Home Improvements?
I think he just saw the audience. He didn't know.
Yeah, it's not.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
What was it?
Metal Gear Solid alert. Yeah.
Oh, the alert. That's got to be Sonic. Is it just Sonic in general getting a spike up the arse?
It doesn't say Sonic getting a spike up the arse, it says jumping in Sonic.
Ah, okay. Alright, good.
I can't remember what this one sounds like, but it's a very good game. Like.
Let's do the drain noise. It's not very politically correct.
Donald Duck in Quash.
No, it's nothing to do with Sonic. I can't remember what it sounds like, so it's the noise of the head crab in Half-Life 2.
Can anyone do that?
No. Some people have dignity.
And then I've got another one which I think is the same. You've been spotted in Metal Solid. That's the game I've never played.
Did I put that on there twice?
Huh?
I effectively put that on there twice then.
You've got Metal Gear Solid Alert and you've been spotted in Metal Gear Solid. I thought it was the same thing.
Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know, that's what happens when you write half the list on one day and come back to the next day.
We will rock you.
Right, no, the sound of the asteroids in Asteroids.
Oh.
I think that's some of the phrases he says. Come here, baby.
Oh, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem.
Yeah, what's he doing? Oh,
What's he doing?
He's going, hello, love. I'm Duke Nukem. How are you doing, pet?
Give me some. Stuff like that. He's in the strip club, there you go.
Yeah, alright.
And then...
Pod racing. F-Zero. Generic car racing game. Star Wars lightsaber.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yay! Me and him are just playing alone apparently at the moment.
You like you two over there?
Yeah.
Read that already, haven't we?
Pac-Man moving. You did really well. There you go.
No, well, I should have
you wrote that down twice.
Yeah, Ken. Was that a noise? Just starting off. Cute.
Okay, first one.
Is it a chicken saying Hadouken?
Yeah, okay, it's Hadouken, yeah.
Oh, okay, alright, good.
If I said Hadouken, it
Yeah.
goes away.
Although I do like the idea of chicken fighter now as well.
Well, you said Pikachu in this
So this
one.
next one, I
Halo.
Sega.
Right, this next one I have no idea what this is.
Is this something going into water?
No.
Is it Cubert jumping off a box?
No.
Is it rolling on the ropes?
No, we're not.
You're
No.
obsessed with that bloody
Not
game.
It's the only game I know.
We're not even in my game.
Yeah, it's alright.
Splinter Cell night vision goggles activated.
There's a more.
Oh, no, I've never played Splinter
No,
Cell.
that's
I think I know this one.
Space Invaders?
Laser gun.
It's done, but it's not that.
GoldenEye.
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah.
Well done.
Who got that? Very well done.
Okay.
Oh!
What are we doing up here? Keep going.
What people wait for.
Adam, are you actually actually happy you've flown all the way from America.
Yeah. We'll be taking these memories back to Chicago.
But when I go, do you know Kim Justice? Yeah, I saw her live.
Yeah, look, I've got a clip on my phone. That's what she does now.
I don't know, what is it?
At the doors in Doom.
Oh, it's easy when you know.
Yeah, isn't it just?
You're kidding.
Oh, you still more?
Yeah, got 3 more.
Have you just walked in, by the way? Or were you here earlier?
Yeah, I went for a fag.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, did someone just
We went outside for some entertainment.
I'm going to go with Space Invaders, because that's got to come up sometime.
No, newer.
New Space Invaders.
My God, such
It's
commitment.
like something hitting the wall, like.
Oh, is it?
How is it Wipeout? Roll on the ropes.
No! What's that game on the Mega Drive with the steel balls and you bounce off things?
Speedball.
Speedball!
Oh, saying that was on the Mega Drive, I think will upset some people.
It was though!
Was.
I only knew it on the Mega Drive.
Controversial.
Don't control shame me.
It's the portal gun.
Oh!
Yeah, that would have been hard to do.
Oh, I don't think. I don't. Oh, this is just.
Game Boy. Is it the Game Boy switching on?
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey, well done.
Now this one's confusing me because it's something that. So I'm going to assume it's a typo.
What was the typo?
Well, you can't say.
Well, I need to see this. Let's have a look at that. Oh yeah, that was a typo. No, I know that now. Yeah, like I say, I did half of them on Monday, and then it was quite a hard.
Keep going.
Is it rhubarb from Rhubarb and Custard? No.
Is it Bangers from Bangers and Mash?
Yeah, isn't it? It's a quite famous.
Because I made a mistake.
Sorry, the sitcom with Ronnie Corbett.
Can we just tell him?
Yeah.
Is it Sonic Spike?
Sonic Spike.
Oh, he said I
yeah,
like Spike.
Yeah, what did you write there?
Yeah, you try to come up with 32 of these.
I would have, I could have.
You didn't come up with 32, I had 2 of the same on mine, and we both had Batman movies.
Yeah. Alright, who won?
I think I won, actually.
Yeah, probably. Hey.
I don't think I did, but cheers. How are we doing for time, dear wife?
Sorry.
That's a long time to fill.
No, it's alright, we've got tea. Is this gone
Oh. We're going to show.
we're gonna show-
I suppose you want the password, don't you?
Oh. It's
I'll
Hot
tell
Sausage 49.
I'll come and give you my finger.
Who wants to play Guess Paul's Password? What? One? One?
No, it's his finger.
No, aren't you? You're clever, you, aren't you? Big man.
I'm Mr Biffo.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, so I'll try and explain what's going on here. So I've hastily edited a bit into this to actually prove to you that we do talk about games a bit.
Use the microphone. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I've hastily edited this together just before you all came in. And there's a bit, the first half has got Larry in it, showing me something. What's going on with this microphone? Yeah, no, it's threatening me with that. It's really aggressive. So the first half is, Larry showing me a thing. Second half is something stupid. Someone else has just walked out. And there goes another one. Lost 2 there. It's genuinely gone. Yeah, it's genuinely gone. Didn't even look back. He went for a wee.
He looked at it to see,
Right, so there's some bits. This is some bits with Digitiser the show that will give you a vague idea of what it is. Here we go, before my... welcome you to Digitiser.
Where's the porn folder? Where's it? Come on.
They're all
Must be somewhere. Actually, we're just watching his porn, really, aren't we?
Oh, I see.
This has ended up almost exactly at one of my streams.
Same.
On the entire internet. Mock mock!
Buongiorno. Oh, that was weird. What? Accordion players, filling your instruments with honey will only make your accordion more sticky.
No gigs simply delay the game for a month. No one knows.
Give him my Atari.
I told you I didn't hastily.
For this.
You bet you're asteroid.
It's time for show and tell, the part of Digitiser the show where one of my co-hosts brings the thing, shows me it, and tells me about it. Let's find out who it is this week.
Why, it's Larry Bundy Jr. And what is this thing?
It's a Vectrex made by Indie Games and General Electric. Oh no, GCE in America, sorry.
It looks like a sort of space age television.
It is. Let me just cast your mind back to 1982. Right. Okay, you've only got one television in the house. What do? Do you either wait for your parents to finish watching Match of the Day, or do you go out and buy one of these if you're spectacularly rich?
Is this a rhetorical question, or are you genuinely asking?
Well, it's somewhere in between rhetorical and... I mean, you could actually go about and buy enough television for this price and get all a good £200-300 at the time.
Wow.
About £600.
Buy a rhinoceros for that.
You could, though.
Money.
Not a lot.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros, yes. Anyhow, yeah, this is the Vectrex. It's actually pixelated.
So it uses the vector graphics.
Vector graphics, that's the word, yes.
I'm sort of pretending I don't know what this is, but I lusted after the Vectrex when I was a youth.
Well, it looks like a little arcade machine for your house.
Well, I had a particular thing for vector graphics.
Star Wars,
and Asteroids.
Shall we turn it on, actually?
What? Yes. Oh, where's the button? I can't see it.
There's a fun button. I think it's over here. There's a knob.
I do believe you've got to lift the knob up and let it drop down.
So you're not doing it when you're blind.
Would you like me to do it? You look like you're making sweet love to it. So you lift the flat.
Lift the flat.
It's all tucked away. That is, I'm going to say it, it's a beautiful bit of design.
It's also an analogue joystick, that is. That's one of the first ever analogue sticks. Anyway, there should be a knob on here, a volume knob that lets you turn it on.
I might just let you do it because I'm not going to. I just enjoy you hugging the Vectrex. I've turned a thing. Oh, I can hear it sort of buzzing noise. Oh Christ! Mindstorm. So it's game built in then now.
It is a free game built in.
Tell me about the flappy bit of screen thing on there.
Oh, that is called an overlay.
You can see the original graphics are just black and white.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of colour on the screen having an overlay. Do you like to put it back? Yes, please. So I think that's a bit migraine inducing leaving it off. Anyway, yeah, this is Mindstorm. It is definitely not copying Asteroids.
That's quite, it's an impressive sort of 3D ship thing.
Yeah, very sort of smooth graphics as well.
Nice.
It's got a funny little story, this game. It's got a bug in the game where it crashes after the 13th level.
Oh, unlucky for some.
It is, actually. Well, the funny story is they didn't discover this while making the machine because nobody could get that far in the game.
The appeal for the Vectrex for me is it looks like a thing from the future. Even now, I just think it's beautiful. I don't think I ever saw one in person.
I think, I may be wrong, they may have been exclusive to Boots.
Oh, God, of all places.
Yes.
So I see here.
Yes.
That's one of the cartridges, but that's not an original, is it?
That is not, no. That is somebody who's gone out in the future and made a flash card.
I believe that the games, a few years ago, they all ended up in the public domain.
They did.
So they're freely available. That's not illegal.
It's because the MB, who had bought the rights of GCE, they were so embarrassed by the poor sales that when they went to make themselves look good to be bought by Hasbro, they actually gave away the rights.
MB stands for massive bellends.
Because they had a load of these unsold stock, and they turned into Lucia colour testing machines.
Lucia?
Basically, it's a colour test that lets you choose what your eyeball is, your preferable colour to your eyeball.
How does it work out? I don't understand.
It doesn't work that.
This is not game content, I appreciate that, but get used to it.
It's a psychological test. Lets you determine what your brain's favourite colours are.
My mind determines what my favourite colour is. What's yours?
Yellow.
Mine's purple, if anyone's wondering. Kind of lilac-y shade.
Just before they sold, they gave away the rights for it, they were going to planning a handheld version of this. Fortunately, they heard in the news that Nintendo were working on some handheld system. Don't know what happened to that. And they got intimidated. They got so intimidated by Nintendo's success that no, we got no chance.
But this is more or less handheld, isn't it? I mean, you just with those hands. It's not much bigger than an Apple Watch.
There was some extra items released for this as well.
Okay.
There was a light pen, so you could draw lines. Mm-hmm. There was a 3D glasses, which allowed you to see it in colour. Basically, there's a red, blue and green disc that spun round and round really quickly, and somehow they managed to get it work that it could tell the difference in colours and the lines. And there was plans to bring out a keyboard for it to turn it into a full computer. Good Lord. And run BASIC on it.
Thank you, Larry. That's the end of show and tell for this week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
No wonder Vectrex was chosen 2-1 over Atari and Intellivision for real arcade games.
A good filling for stuffed vine leaves is spaghetti.
Man. Have you the first episode with Paul?
Not bad actually. I'm actually reasonably surprised they all come together as well as it has.
Do you know what? You might be my second or third favourite Digitiser the Show presenter.
Out of all of us? That's really impressive.
Yeah, definitely in the upper 75%.
Did that take on?
Yeah, I would expect that, because this isn't the first time that you've been on a video game show, is it?
No, a long time ago. I was 13, 14, I was on Games Master, playing Duckland.
How did that go?
Amazingly badly.
And trying to blast some innocent wildfowl tonight is a young trigger-happy lad from Wirral, Paul Gannon.
A little bird told me that you'd had a bad experience on Games Master.
I did. It was in front of all those people watching. You saw a 13-year-old boy cry and say the word "I got too trigger happy" 4 times in a row because he couldn't process emotion.
Talk me through what happened in the end.
Just got trigger happy.
Yeah, you did a bit.
Bless. Well, you've been such a good boy today that I want to give you the chance to get even.
Is this what all this is about?
Exactly.
I get the chance to do double again.
There's a twist.
Yeah.
You're going to do it for real.
No.
Yeah?
So I just get to plug in with this and then we...
Not quite, it's a bit more tangible than that. In fact, I've got a costume that you might like to try on, just over there. So you go get that on, and I'll get set up here. Alright, I'll see you in a minute, Paul, no worries. Now, to play Duck Hunt for real, I need some burly men. Could I have some burly men, please? We have the first burly man, Steve McNeil, from a future episode of Digitiser the Show. Mr Stuart Asham, you can applaud if you want, and Digitiser's very own Mr Hairs. Any experience with hunting ducks? No. Okay. So you guys go over here, I'll bring out the dog, and then we'll see if Paul's doing it. So we have our burly outdoorsman ready. We're in the great outdoors. There's only one thing remaining. We need a duck. Please, Paul, are you ready? Yeah. Have to come then. Really? Paul, come out, please. But Paul. Okay. Hang on, you put your colostomy bag down the front again, haven't you? Hatchery Paul. I don't have a hatchery Paul, Paul. This one, Paul. You're a duck. I'd like to give the camera a little look, so I can see you in all your glory. So I think you need to go and secrete yourself. I can't breathe, by the way. That's fine. So you need to go and secrete yourself. Okay. Do your Drasker pump. Find a hiding place. About those demons, it's all about those demons. Put them to rest. Okay, that's it. Just you give us a shout when you're ready. I'm ready. one more thing. We need a dog to flush out the duck. Could I have a dog, please? Flush out that duck. Come, that's it. Wolf dog, please, that way. That way. Go on, boy. Go on, boy. He's in there somewhere. You sniff him out. Come on, boy. Go, boy. Whack, whack. Bring it out. Oh, yes. Sorry, any idea how many times you hit? 30 times. So now it's Mr. Hare's turn. We need the dog to drag out the duck once more. Dog, please flush out that duck. Kill him. Yo! 8 o'clock we go. Kill him. Yes. There we go. There we go. Make your way back, Jack. Oh, one last one. Yeah, there. Okay, dog. We've got one. How many 29. 31 time. Mr. Harris is in the lead. So, we need to just have a pause on the gun. Stuart Ashton, it's your turn to murder that duck. And can we have the dog flushing out the duck, please? Flush him out. Flush out that naughty duck. Don't kill yourself in the process. Come on, he's in there. Bring him out. Don't take that for an answer. Don't take that for an answer. Kill him, quick! So, that gives you a taste of the abuse that Paul suffered.
Oh, that's not the worst of it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's actually dignified considering everything else.
It was actually, that's what that was. It doesn't show you, for instance, Octav1us and Larry in one of the most extraordinary things you'll ever see, which he was there that day that we were left quite shocked.
I'm still in therapy for that.
Yeah, I think we all are. And you were there on another day for something that was even more spectacularly bizarre, in which Paul nearly died.
Almost died that day.
Yeah. Quite literally.
And Larry got pretty bad that day.
Larry got pretty bad that day as well. So, how long have we got? We've got 15 minutes. If anyone's got any questions, I'm sure you've got a lot of questions. And Paul's going around, but you might get asked a question.
I will ignore it.
Okay.
Fine.
Anyone, don't be shy, we're all really nice.
Oh, that gentleman's got a question. Right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what's your name come from?
Jeff from Nottingham.
Jeff from Nottingham! Hey! Right, what's the question?
There's obviously a great chemistry between all the panels of the show, from the clips we've seen in just today. Was that luck, or was it by design?
It was a bit of both. We thought very hard about who to ask. And it was kind of trying to think, what are the sort of elements of the engine of the show that we kind of need in terms of from watching, for instance, Octav1us's videos, Gameplay Jenny's, kind of listening to her Let's Plays. I know Larry, obviously knew Paul. And it was just trying to think what's the balance of personalities that we might need. You playing like Vuvuzela?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
You've got to blow into it. Go, doesn't. See, you like that, don't you?
If you have a pirated copy of Michael Jackson Experience for the Nintendo DS, they actually put Vuvuzelas over the songs. To mess around with the people that pirated the game.
So to answer your question, we got lucky as well. I think we did, as I said earlier, we did the first day. I think we all not quite sure what the show was. We hadn't done any rehearsal. We hadn't really done, we'd sat in the room with one another for one day and recorded some questions for the backers. But also, we didn't really know each other. I knew Paul perhaps the best out of everyone. Octav1us, I only met you here in February briefly, which you were kind of overwhelmed, and I was stressed, and it wasn't. And yeah, the first day, it's weird. It's got this sort of slight legend now as being a disaster. My wife tells me off every time I say that because she says it wasn't a disaster, but it was us getting used to sort of being on that panel, and none of us had presented TV shows before. So,
or will ever again.
Or will ever again, yeah. So, yeah, it was a bit of both. A bit of design and a bit of luck. But yeah, it was a joy working with them all. It was a lot of fun. Anyone else?
I disagree. I'm going to do some running, so I'll come to you, but I like this is the only exercise I get.
No, he thinks he's on live TV.
I am on live TV. In my head.
Over to Cheddars.
Yes. Insulting Keith Chegwin's memory, basically.
Alright.
Ganners.
Right, you behave.
I will behave.
Right, then, what's your question?
Right. Out of the two popular computers, which of these is the best? The astoundingly awesome Atari ST, or the completely awful, crappy Golden Amiga that some people seem to think is fantastic?
Excuse me, what?
The Atari ST.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
And I'm only saying that to be a troll. Next question.
I'm going over here now again.
You do realise you just hurt.
You just injured.
You did hit a man with those balls.
Don't throw your balls around, everyone. Right, what's your question?
This is you, Paul.
Hello.
Oh.
How was it slightly humiliating playing the duck, getting shot in the bum?
I mean, the duck's the least of his worries.
Yeah, no, the thing is, on a scale of that and then other things that happen in the series, that's mid-tier. So that didn't keep me up at night. Other things that Paul made me do, I am seeing a therapist for.
You just wait until you see him dressed as the Herald of Nibbin.
Yeah.
Which is quite something.
So it's definitely worth watching.
It's definitely worth watching for the abject humiliation of me and my life. Yeah. Thanks for that question. No, it's fine. Who's got another question?
Expect.
You.
Oh.
You're nearest. What's your name?
My name's Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
I noticed recently Gamesmaster the magazine is coming to an end, and just wondered what relationship Paul might have had with the Gamesmaster TV show.
Other than appearing on it when I was young and had awful hair. Ha ha ha, yes, he's still got awful hair. No, it was weird. That's it. I appeared as a reviewer a few times, and that was just traumatic, because I've been given this list of games to review. And then I got there and they said, right, here's the list of games that you'll review. I hadn't played a single one of them. And they had some machines set up, and I had like about 30 seconds on one of them, which I think was Toe Jam and Earl 2 or something. But it was really weird, I'd never appeared on TV on it. And I had overthought my hair that morning, and I blow dried it, which I never do. And it's awful footage, this terrible sort of wave of hair. Anyway,
that's his relationship.
That was my relationship to it.
Did you have to give your thoughts in a very flat, monotone voice?
That's exactly what I did do. Yeah, it was because I was like a rabbit in the headlights. I didn't know, I hadn't played any of these games. So I said, right, now talk about this game. And so, yeah, you can see the cogs whirring in my brain as I'm talking. Yes. Anyone else?
Next.
No, come on.
Good night.
Bye.
Right. No, any questions? Oh, he's got another question.
Oh, Steve. We should get Steve and Sanya up here, really.
Yeah, Steve, Sanya.
No, Sanya doesn't want to. So Steve.
Steve
was also on set. Awesome, brother. Have a seat. Steve kind of co-directed the show. He co-directed the show from sort of day 2 onwards, when I realised I couldn't do 2 things at once. Any questions for him? Right. Go on, just a pity question, that's all. Make him feel a bit better.
We do have one quick question this year.
Yeah, so
I don't know much about the show because I've not been following everything, but like, how many episodes are there? Like, was it fun to make? Was it hard to make?
Oh, good. So you've done 10 questions in one. Good, I'll just ramble for a bit.
Hooray!
Well, there's six sort of episodes in this first run, and then we've promised we're going to do a live episode which we'll film, which will not be like this shambles, that we'll actually put some work into. So we're going to do that, and then we had pledged to do a Halloween episode, but that's not going to happen because what's Halloween, about 3 days, and we haven't done anything. Then we may do a Christmas episode. We actually thought we could do one, possibly a little thing for this year, maybe. Anyone up for that?
You haven't seen that bothered?
Well, yeah. I'm at the end of, well, not even at the end, I'm sort of about 2/3 of the way through editing the 6 episodes, because I stupidly thought that's something I could do, that's going to be easy. And it's not. I mean, I've never edited like a multi-camera TV show, and you know, the episode's probably going to clock in at about 40 minutes, something like that. That's a lot of editing to do. And it's been a far bigger task than I expected to try and sort of bring it up to the level of it feeling like it could be on TV. I mean, obviously that would never get on TV. But was it fun to make?
Yeah.
Everyone on this panel and Paul, was it fun to make?
No.
Everyone on this panel.
I enjoyed the day I went up. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright.
Sarah, did you have a nice week with us?
I actually did. Honestly, it was one of my best weeks. It was amazing, but in good and bad ways.
Steve, how would you describe the experience of making the show?
It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, it was traumatic in many ways, but it was a fantastic experience. I was so pleased to give. At one point to turn around, there's like 12 of my favourite YouTubers all in the same room, everyone laughing, people keep coming back. We had quite a few people who wanted to film once, and they came back the next day, and they just kept coming back just to be there.
Yeah, the sound kept coming in, didn't they?
Yeah. And Mr Hayes came back 2 days, and he was only due to be there 1. I think everybody who was there loved it, and I think it comes over. I've seen the first episode, seen a lot of other footage, and I think if you like it, you're going to love it. It really is.
We've tried to make something, I know this has been shambolic, but we have tried to make something that feels slick and professional and has its own identity but doesn't alienate people. I think we've kind of succeeded in that, in that it's hardcore gamey enough, but also people who aren't hardcore gaming people.
From that first episode I saw, it seems like the crazier aspects of the stuff that you see on things like Bad Influence and stuff, but then mix that with your Biffo found footage together, that's essentially what that is.
Yeah, I showed it to a couple of people for like test screening, and they didn't know anything about retro games or even Digitiser, but they loved the show. They described it as a geeky celebrity juice.
I've never seen celebrity juice.
Without them even ever knowing anything about what it is, and they loved it. So I think if people who've never seen it will like it. It's a lot more mainstream than found footage. We're not.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take much to get started. Found footage.
It has got those little snippets in, and I appreciate that. Those little tiny bits in between the segments.
What did you say that when I put those bits in? No, I was asking my wife a question. What did you say for dinner tonight? No, you said when I put those little found footage, so I should be waving the sausage at you. Doesn't matter, I'll ask you later.
Any more questions? Come on, anything goes.
Down the front, why did that man throw a pair of testicles at me?
Sorry about that.
He's been swinging them about every chance he gets.
I know, I'm going to take them off him today, I think.
It's violence.
Name, sir.
Jake.
And your question is?
Likelihood of a second series.
I want to do one. Anyone else want to do one?
Yeah, Kill to do another one.
I think we'd all like to. What did you say?
That's a crowdfunded pledge.
It'll kill everyone who doesn't pledge. I mean, it's a question of. Funny, I said this to someone the other day. I'd like everyone to get properly paid on it. I mean, we raised quite a lot of money through Kickstarter. It just went. I mean, there's more or less nothing left. Yeah, we still got to pay for the back of the walls and things. But, you know, we called in a lot of favours in order to make it look as good as we've managed to make it look. You know, none of the co-hosts got paid. Steve didn't get paid. You know, my wife didn't get paid. You know, none of us did. But you know, we would like to get perhaps a bigger crew. So it's sort of, I'm thinking at the moment, I'd like to do a second series, but I feel like the people who are involved need to be rewarded for the hard work they're doing, because it was a lot of work that week.
And of course you'd like an editor for the next one.
Yeah, maybe an editor.
Lindsay did ask actually, funnily enough, Lindsay.
Did he?
Who does Bolshins and shoots.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because he has like 1,000 projects on the go anyway, so why not add another one?
There you are. But yeah, also I learned a lot in doing the first series. I mean, a hell of a lot. And we were just talking in the VIP room about how I've lost my thread now because I was showing off. We were talking about how it would have been nice to have had a second week, because by the sort of, you know, end of that week, it was like we were flying as a gang of people. I mean, it would have killed me. I mean, yeah, because I was going home every night and what were we doing? Sort of rewriting the scripts and things for the next day, reworking the schedule and everything. And that was a lot to do in 1 week. So yeah, come on, it was great fun. I'd love to, and bigger and better. Anyone else before we? No, we have no time. 30 seconds, Dan at front.
30 seconds, go for it. Very, very quick. What is the likelihood that we'll see Digitiser on television again at any point?
Well, funny you should say that. We are going to be on Swedish TV. Is it Sweden? It is Sweden. We are, yeah, Digitiser the show. If you live in Sweden, you'll be able to see it on TV. Before anyone says, can't you pay for the second series for that, we're not getting paid for it. He just asked, can we show this on your video? Any of your videos going on that? No? He's asked this guy who works for this Swedish TV channel, public access TV channels, asked a load of YouTubers. No. Oh. Awkward. He's asked you. Oh, okay. And me. Probably a good place to end it. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for putting up with that. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Oh, and we'll be hanging around in the bar tonight, I think.
I'm DJing tonight for the after party if anyone can get in.
Bye.
That's in the main room where all the cabinets are.